reiterate the fact that this is a safe city. And that is borne out by any of the statistics you look at.
Toronto police say the woman stabbed in a downtown drugstore on Friday has died.
Please stand clear of doors.
The Presto card is expected to work on all streetcars by the end of the year.
Chewie, we're home.
In a galaxy not so far away, fans around the globe are showing their excitement for the latest Star Wars blockbuster. Hi, and welcome to Humber News. I'm Chow coming to you from our newsroom here at Humber College North Campus. The woman who was stabbed last week in a Toronto Shoppers Drug Mart has died. Police say she succumbed to her injuries this morning in hospital. The victim was stabbed Friday afternoon in what police say was a random attack. She was rushed to hospital and put on life support. 40-year-old Rohini Besasar was arrested Tuesday and charged with attempted murder, aggravated assault, and concealing a weapon. Her charges will be updated now that the victim has died. A new way to pay is coming to Toronto Transit. The TTC and government officials were at Bathurst Station this morning to announce the expansion of the tap-and-go payment system, PRESTO. Our reporter Nicole Williams has the story.
There were lots of smiles and handshakes this morning as TTC Chair Josh Cole was joined by MPs Stephen Del Duca and Adam Vaughan to promote the rollout of the PRESTO payment system. TTC says that they're hoping to have all buses, streetcars, and subway systems outfitted for PRESTO by the end of 2016. The TTC also says that this will improve customer convenience by streamlining payments across the GTHA, and a much-needed upgrade to a dated system that has both customers and employees handling coins and tokens.
Now you just saw a ticket collector, and we collect cash, we store it, we transfer it, we have to secure it, we even have to support floors and beams just to hold it all. But
the TTC and government understand that the process won't be without its challenges.
The integration of the price point is a tricky piece because each municipality subsidizes to a different degree.
Which means that PRESTO will have to work closely with each municipality over the next year to make this work as a single system. If PRESTO can actually manage to reroute drivers from their cars to streetcars, then this could be a much-needed improvement for a city in desperate need for better transit. Nicole Williams, Humber News.
Two high-ranking staffers of former Ontario Premier Dalton McGuinty have been charged for the involvement in the gas plant scandal. They're accused of deleting thousands of government emails. The decision to cancel gas plants in the GTA cost Ontario taxpayers more than $1 billion. A court date has been set for January 26. Police are looking for a suspect after a vehicle holding two small children was carjacked in downtown Toronto last night. Police say a 6-year-old boy and a 1-year-old girl are safe after the car they were sitting in was stolen. They say the suspect abandoned the car and fled. Police say the children's mother left the car running at Dundas and Parliament when the vehicle was stolen. The Calgary-based telecommunications company Shaw Communications has gained a foothold in the mobile carrier business. Shaw has bought Wind Mobile in a deal valued at $1.6 billion. It isn't final yet, though. Shaw says it will acquire Wind Mobile pending a number of regulatory approvals. The deal should be finalized by late next year. Wind has been around for 6 years and serves almost 100,000 customers in Ontario, BC, and Alberta. A new report from the United Nations says Canada is the 9th best country to live in. The annual Human Development Index ranks countries around the world. Canada tied with New Zealand. For the 12th year in a row, Norway took first place out of nearly 200 countries. The index bases the rankings on life expectancy, access to education, and standards of living. Canadians are waiting and watching following a historic move from the U.S. Federal Reserve. Yesterday, Chair Janet Yellen announced the first interest rate increase since last decade's financial crisis. The hike was small, but indicates the American economy's resurgence. Global markets soared in reaction, including the TSX, which fell again today. Meanwhile, the loonie has hit an 11-year low. Earlier this week, Bank of Canada's governor spoke about the cross-border disparity.
The Canadian economy following the U.S. economy fairly closely. This will be one of those places where it really doesn't.
The Bank of Canada has cut its lending rate twice this year. In international news, The pharmaceutical CEO who came to the world's attention last month when he raised the price of a life-saving drug has been arrested by the FBI. Martin Shkreli was taken into custody in Manhattan this morning. Shkreli is the subject of a federal investigation relating to 2 firms he previously controlled. Prosecutors say the 32-year-old illegally took stock from one firm and used it to pay off debts from an unrelated business dealing. Shkreli was arrested on securities fraud charges. Rescue efforts are underway for 19 trapped miners after an explosion in China, but rescuers say there is little chance of survival. There were 52 coal miners working underground at the time. 33 managed to escape. Rescuers say there is little chance of survival for the trapped workers because of the high concentration of carbon monoxide. China's coal mines are considered among the deadliest in the world. The Indonesian Navy is conducting a search and rescue mission for missing crew members of a vessel that sank. A total of 6 crew are still missing after a cargo ship sank in the Singapore Strait following a collision with a chemical tanker. The freighter was carrying 560 metric tons of bunker fuel, which could be seen floating on the water. The Singapore Strait is one of the world's busiest commercial shipping routes between the Straits of Malacca and the South China Sea. Today marks the anniversary of the first powered flight. It's been 112 years since Orville and Wilbur Wright changed the course of history. The first powered airplane flew more than 6 meters above the windswept beach of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. 3 more flights were made that day. The longest covered 260 meters and lasted nearly a minute. The Wright brothers would go on to tour the world with their pioneering aircraft.
It wasn't proving easy.
The cuteness factor has been upped at the Washington, D.C. Zoo. Bebe, the giant panda, made his media debut, and he was a little camera shy. The 4-month-old weighed in at 17.5 pounds. Keepers say he's developing a lot faster than his older siblings. Bebe's birth gained international attention since giant pandas are among some of the world's most endangered species. Don't book a flight to DC just yet. Bebe won't be introduced to the public until the new year. When we come back, we'll tell you what's happening in the world of sports, and Laura Da Silva and Andre Stewart will have your 3-day forecast.
Hey boy, take a walk on the mild side.
Hey girl, take a walk on the mild side.
No, seriously, you guys should get outside because it is mild out here and temperatures are about to drop. We'll have your full 3-day forecast after the break.
But first, the time has finally come for Star Wars fans. The 7th installment of the saga will be released at midnight tonight for special screenings. The rest of us will just have to wait for tomorrow. If you're one of the lucky few to see it tonight, please, no spoilers.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
The new owners of Star Wars had a galaxy-sized surprise to celebrate the release of the film. Disneyland Paris put on a spectacular parade for guests featuring some of the most beloved characters. The parade featured a laser light show, acrobatics, a lightsaber duel, and even a visit from Lord Vader himself. If you haven't already bought your tickets, you better grab them soon. They're selling out faster than the Millennium Falcon. We're going to take a short break, but for now, check this out. Even the guards at Buckingham Palace are feeling the Force today. Guards at Buckingham Palace can't seem to get enough of the dark side. A video went viral of the Imperial Guards performing the iconic film's theme song this morning. It's had more than 100,000 views.